explain.
Here at the DTF radio station. Y'all know it's time to keep it real hot and fresh with me and the rest. That's right. Right now, me and Jay-Z. Not that Jay-Z. I got her on the side of me. How you doing, Miss Jay-Z?
I'm all right. You know, it's Sunday. I'm tired.
Are you really tired? Why are you so tired? What do you do this weekend?
Nothing. I have no reason to be tired. I'm just a sleepy bear, and it's winter time, and I'm hibernating. So to come outside is rough.
Are you serious?
I am. I'm a big sleepy bear. I can't help it.
You know what? You know that I've been kind of under the weather lately.
I know.
But you know, I will say that I'm like 97%. So I'm really happy about that.
Oh, so you're getting back in the saddle. You're feeling all right. You're recovered or recovering.
Exactly. Now see now that 3% that'll probably come from tonight.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Whenever I get back into bed and get my little 5 hours of sleep, that'll
do
5
it.
hours. That's all I'm gonna get.
Oh, well, there
Isn't
you
that
go.
horrible?
I guess it is what it is.
It really is. But everybody, we are so happy that you tuned in tonight. We got a very great show for you tonight. We got some great interviews coming up. We have some comedy. We have some love hustle. A lot of great stuff that's happening tonight. So we got some education and we got some comedy for you. And guess what else we got? We got Miss Peaches. She is back. She is back.
I'm still trying to get my life together. I just got off work.
Okay, hold on. We're trying to see, can we hear you? What's going on with that mic?
I don't know. The people don't like me tonight.
Okay, wait a minute now. You got it? Peaches, okay, now look, now, you got to let us know all about CIAA. Don't give us the full detail, but give us the little short detail. Go.
I didn't bag anybody. It was because everybody there was from Brooklyn. So North Carolina, everybody from Brooklyn.
Okay.
A lot of partying, a lot of busters, and
Right.
a lot of ghetto fabulous that
A
we'll be talking
buster.
about tonight.
Oh, I'm excited for that. I saw your Instagram feed, so I was already excited.
I was like, CIAA, it was nice, but I'll pass next year.
Oh.
I'll pass next year.
Really? So it wasn't, I mean, like what?
I had fun because it was partying.
But like you went all the way to North Carolina, hang out with people you could have like gone around the corner to see.
Exactly. Literally everywhere I went, I saw the same people that I partied with up here.
No.
I was so disappointed.
That's not fun.
I wanted to go like see a country bumpkin and be like,
Get some
hey,
strange.
y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, make me want to come down here. I'm like, ooh, is everybody from New York? I'm good.
Okay, now wait a minute. Now, did you at least get some good old Southern food? You know, some pork. I mean, no, not pork chops, but barbecue.
Shout out
Collard
to
greens.
No, Miss D.
Miss D.
Okay, let me tell you, in the hotel I stayed in, I think it's like the Hampton or something, whatever it was.
The Hampton Inn. Yeah.
Every morning it was breakfast.
Really?
Girl had cheese, grits, and all of that with the home fries.
Just like a regular
Like a
hotel,
regular, like free breakfast.
but
So,
they had cheese grits.
cheese grits. Like this
I
was
love
the
cheese
best
grits.
breakfast ever. And then she used to cook these. Like she cooks these $10 plates.
Right.
So the security guard, I finessed him out of a free plate.
Okay.
So I had some of her string beans and ribs. Miss D got it going on. She looked like Gladys Knight. She got that that arm, that turkey leg arm.
Oh, chicken leg.
Miss D do her thing. Shout out to Miss D.
That's what's up. Well, I'm really glad that you had a safe time. We're all happy that you're back because we missed our peach, our spicy peach. All right, everybody. We're going to get into some music. We got DJ Super D. He's back rolling with us tonight, so we're going to get into some music and some tunes from him. Like I said, we definitely have some great interviews coming up. The first interview will be by comedian Mr. Gian. I'm probably going to say his name wrong, but he's going to correct me. He's probably going to cuss me out. I'm going to say Gianmarco Ceresti. Oh, probably not. But he's coming up next. So Jay-Z probably going to get me too. He's coming up next. As y'all know what to do. Log on to the DTF radio app. on your Play Store or your App Store. Tell all your friends and family and co-workers to tune in to us right now. What else? Be sure to call in 347-721-3161. That's to call in to let us know how you're feeling. You know, if you want to talk to the guests and everything. We got a great show tonight. So we better get it started now with DJ Super. We're going to get into some music. Put it that way. Huh?
Yeah, some kind of music, but not this is not DJ Super D right now.
It's not. All right, here we go, y'all. Here we go.
Getting money, here we go. On my knees, here we go. Big Donnie is glowing. It's glowing. Gucci down when I go. The time is mine in the phone. It's all around me and flowing. Shot the Cooper, got a Zenith. Shot the Cooper, got a friend. Shot the new Bugatti, get it. Shot the new Bugatti, get it. Shot the Cooper, got a Zenith. Head boy, poppin'. Throwing money out the draw top, out the draw top. High spot is a high spot, is a high spot. It's hot. Big knots, got wristwatch. Big knot. Young nigga, goddamn, why you got the tripod? Whoa, fuck up the pot, yeah. Fuck on the thoughts. Yeah. Look at my watch, yeah. Look at my watch. I call the shots, niggas they plot. I'm having clips, niggas gon' drop, yo. I got the fire, don't want me to pop, yo. I bought the coupe, right off the lot, yo. We making business, stick up a million. Pour me a 4 and a 20 ounce, sticking I feel it, yeah. Getting money, here we go, on my knees, here we go. Big Donnie is glowing, it's glowing. Gucci down when I go, the time is mine in the phone. It's all around me and phone. Shot the Cooper, got a Zenith. Shot the Cooper, got a friend. Shot the new Bugatti, get it. Shot the new Bugatti, get it. Shot the Cooper, got a Zenith. Head boy, poppin'. Black girl, back club. Black girl, black girl. Black girl, black girl. Black girl, black girl. Black girl, black girl. Black girl, black girl.
Oh, he did that. You know what? All right, everybody. What's up? I'm your guy, Z-Fly. We're keeping it real hot and fresh. Thank you so much for tuning in to DTF Radio Station tonight. Remember, we are live on our Facebook at Real Hot Fresh, so definitely check that out. All right, so tonight we got, you know what I'm saying, we're switching up things a little bit. No topics tonight, but that's all right, because we got some very special guests. And our very special first guest is Mr. Gianmarco Ceresi.
You nailed it.
Did I really?
You did great the first time and even better now.
All right, everybody, now just to give you a little bio about Gianmarco. He is a stand-up comedian. He's an actor. He's a storyteller. He recently headlined the Carolines on Broadway. He's doing a lot right now. So we want to welcome to the show Mr. Gianmarco. How are you doing, sir?
Thank you. Oh, good. Ran over here, but feeling good.
From where? Where do you run from?
Oh, I walked from Clinton, Washington. I live in Harlem. So you know, I traveled.
A Jewish in Harlem?
Yeah, I'm the gentrification you've been reading about.
Well, that's what's up. Now, before we even get started, now tell us about this now. Now, we know you're Jewish, but it sounds kind of like
it's more like my dad is like an eighth Italian. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm Jewish in the sense that I'm African. I mean, Italian in the sense that I'm African. Like that's how little Italian I am. That it goes all the way back to like when we were all from. Mm-hmm. So it's like. My dad just wanted to keep it like he would always tell me stories growing up about like my great Uncle Luigi and his wife Donkey Kong, and you know he tried to play it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Now you have a lot of things going on now. You know, comedian, actor, storyteller. So like, what are you doing right now? Like what's your main focus?
Right now it's stand-up. It's like in the last year I kind of switched because I was doing acting and I still do acting, but I think I wanted that autonomy. I wanted to be able to go up somewhere and talk about, you know, whatever was on my mind in that moment. So I just love the autonomy of stand-up. And you just get that feedback. You get that kind of reaffirmation. Or you bomb. But then you get another shot at it sometimes 10 minutes later. So I need that kind of constant reaffirmation loop to feel happy.
Speaking of which, I have to ask. So you're obviously you've toured, you've done Carolines, like you've been all over the country, right?
Yeah.
So who did you find to be the hardest audience to win over?
Yeah.
I mean, I've done shows for 4-year-olds. That's tough.
What?
I've done shows. I did a New Year's show for like 70-year-olds and 80-year-olds. Like, I'm still at that level. I'm not doing the primetime New Year's shows. I'm doing it.
But were you in their wheelhouse? Did they feel you at all?
Yeah, because they were all in wheelchairs. So, like, but, I mean, it's more like, I think what happens is sometimes you do those shows, and I was trying to be really clean.
Yeah.
But then it just wasn't going well. So I just went to some dirtier material, and they loved it. I mean, oftentimes, especially on the road when you're working in, like, a very conservative room, sometimes they just love it. They just want someone to say, I can curse for you.
Yeah.
They just want someone to say,
go
fuck,
for it.
and they just want to talk about sex because they never talk about it, so it just pops.
So it's okay when you do it and they can laugh at it and laugh at themselves at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like you find that, but it's crazy when you do for 4-year-olds or for college kids, you just realize like, oh, will they get this reference or that reference or how will it pop? So I think I kind of do all the scenes in New York even. I mean, Harlem shows are different from Brooklyn shows, are different from club shows. Yeah. And it's hard. And, like, I've seen many a comic bomb in a Harlem room. But it's always good. Good to challenge yourself.
Okay.
So, I just wanted to ask you one thing, because I live in Harlem, too.
Yeah.
So
where you at? Where you at?
I'm Lenox, West Side.
Okay, Lenox, too. I'm across from the new Whole Foods.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, they saw me. They're like, we're in business. Let's set this shit up. Get the kombucha.
That's mad funny. Now, yeah, I'm right there. There, you know. So basically, like you were just speaking on that you performed at places in Harlem.
Yeah.
What places did you perform at?
Harlem Nights is a great show run by Joe Hill. I do a lot there. Whitney Chanel Clark runs a show at Nabe. I'm doing a place, Gin and Fizz, which is right next to the Red Rooster over there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm doing it up there because I live right there.
So what days is that?
It's Joe Hill has Harlem Nights. It's every Wednesday. I think it's called Vibes. 8 to 10, and we're doing a new show in Brooklyn House of Comedy, so we're going to try something in Brooklyn and kind of figure that out.
A little more travel for
you.
you.
Yeah. Okay. But Harlem Nights is a good place to do it.
You like Harlem?
Yeah.
But actually,
Yeah.
you're missing something right now. You're here with us, but you're supposed to be at the
I got a
People's
show.
Improv Theater right now.
Yeah, I run a weekly show at the Pit called The Last Laugh, 8 to 9:30, and it's going on right now. And once this is done, I'm hopping in an
here
Uber.
with us, people.
Yeah. So
That's that Hollywood life. Now look, now. Well, I want to know. I've been hearing about these subway stories
yeah.
from you. So like, do you got a few of those stories?
Yeah, so the one I like to tell the most. So there's this homeless stand-up comedian that I really like, and I haven't seen him in a while. I don't know his name. I call him the Subway Seinfeld.
Black dude.
Yeah.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Okay, so yeah, he
Homeless
has
Ed, that's his name.
Homeless Ed.
Yep, I know.
Oh
exactly
man,
who
I'm
you're
writing that
talking
down.
about. I know exactly who you talking about.
Like he does the joke I always quote. He goes like, he's like, man in that car over there told me I got old dirty clothes. I said I might be homeless, but these are name brand clothes. I'm wearing name brand. Picked them out myself. Look at that. Central Park, Van Cortlandt Park, Washington Square Park. That's Homeless Ed? Oh my God, I haven't seen him in a long time.
Bro, that's him, bro. He probably hopped the train and did bad.
Yeah. So I was on one day, and there was a heckler who had he's very good, but he does the same set every time. And I think for some people, they can quote him. And so there's a heckler. We're going back, and this heckler just starts screaming, "Shut the fuck up! We've already heard this." He starts anticipating his punchlines.
Right.
So it'll be like Central Park, Van Cortlandt Park, Washington Square. Shut the fuck! And so, like Homeless Ed, he got very upset. And they started yelling at each other. Homeless Ed left, but this guy kept going. And I was there. I was just coming from I take a weekly hip hop class, so I was coming home from that. And I don't know, something in me kind of got upset. So this guy's still mumbling. I was like, "Hey, he left. So why don't you shut the fuck up?" And he was like, "Because where I come from in Maryland, you can yell and fighting's not an option. No one's gonna fight. So I know how to yell, but not to fight."
Can't do that here, bro.
Yeah. So he says, "Who the fuck said that?" And he clearly didn't know who it was until this guy across me, I think he didn't want to get beat up, so he pointed directly at me. And then the guy's coming for me. I get to 96th Street. I hop on the other train, luckily. But he chased after me. So I'm on the other train. I'm safe. The doors close. So I got a little cocky. I was like, "Too slow, motherfucker." And then the doors reopened. And so he got me one in the face. And it wasn't too bad. I was up. So it was just a little nick. And then... He got back on so he could make his train.
Did bad, bro.
Yeah.
I can't
So
believe that other guy sold you out.
Yeah, but I think it was
It's
that
rough
thing. It was
crowd.
me and one other guy, and this was one of us was going down.
And it wasn't going to be him.
It wasn't going to be him.
Then I
Make
can't
sure
blame
the doors
him.
is closing next time, bro.
Yeah.
But they did close. You know this fucking
Yeah, but
thing.
they
the
do
train
that.
could start
No, I mean,
moving and then it go backwards and then it
First-
reopen.
The first door is never closed. It's just like, ding. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
always somebody
yeah.
there, bro. It's
Jamming
always
their
somebody there.
purse in there so their sister
Oh,
can get
man.
on. Yeah.
Please stop holding the doors.
Yeah, that's the please stop. No one can listen. God, these subways.
This is too crazy. Now look, everybody, definitely, if you want to talk to Gianmarco, 347-721-3161. We're gonna take a really, really, really quick music break, and then when we get back, Gianmarco has some comedic material for
God.
us, and then also we're gonna find out what is he actually doing with Tracy Morgan next month. All that's coming up. This is Keeping It Real Hot and Fresh. Don't go anywhere. DJ Super G, give us something.
I'm too sexy for your shit. I don't take blessing from no bitch, oh no bitch. And my new bitch don't give me no lip. And when she do, she give me both lips. She ride it like a road trip. I got you on your mad shit, so now you doing mad shit. I'm subtracting ratchets, I'm out here doing mad. Bitch, you ratchet on your best day. Fucking for a check base. Out here leaking sex tapes. Why you tryna flex? Tell me why. What is it that waiting on you? What is it that waiting on you, yeah? What is it that waiting on you, yeah? Tell me why would I be when you flexing, 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 yeah. Flexing, 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 oh. Flexing, flexing, yeah. Flexing, flexing, yeah. Flexing, 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 oh wow.
Fucked up one time, then I hit her on the mattress. I'ma get you high, baby. You ain't gotta ask me. Know that you a killer, girl. You a real assassin. Who didn't do magic? My My money stretch like elastic. All of my bitches be bad. 50% of them plastic. No, I'm not going outside. Came from the fight like a dragon. I put them birds on the wagon. Damn, your bitches be ratchet. All of my bitches be bad. All of my bitches the baddest.
Tell me why. What is it up waiting on you? What is it up waiting on you? Yeah. What is it up waiting on you? Yeah. Tell me why would I be when you Platin, 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 oh, platin, 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 oh, platin, platin, yeah, platin, platin, yeah, platin, 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 go. You know I've been on the road, you've been out, doing more, came a long way since I put you in designer, waiting in that line with your credit card declining. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. Yeah, you had a good thing, you fucked it up, you know. Ain't no takes back, you know it's real, yeah. Like, yeah. Tell me why. What is it up waiting on you? What is it up waiting on you, yeah? What is it up waiting on you, yeah? Tell me why would I be when you Platin, 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 oh, platin, 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 oh, platin, platin, yeah, platin, platin, yeah, platin, 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 oh, wow.
What's up, all right, everybody? We are back. We are back, keeping it real hot and fresh with our special guest, Gianmarco. He is here. Gianmarco, how you feeling?
I'm good.
Are you really good?
Yeah.
Well, so far, we are definitely enjoying you. So, everybody, we want to know, we want to hear, you say you're a comedian. You said you do your comedian thing.
Sure.
So now you got to prove it.
Oh, God.
So, give us a little something.
Okay.
A little something where we can look forward to.
All right. Well, first, I'll just tell you, so we're going to talk about it soon, but I'm making my television debut next month. Very excited, but it's a very small part. I play a waiter. Mm-hmm. I wanted to do well for it, so to prepare, I actually became a waiter for 10 years.
Okay.
I'm dead.
I'm the Daniel Day-Lewis of Applebee's. Yeah. I don't know. I thought I'd be famous by now. I've always wanted to be famous because I wasn't popular in school. Right. But that should probably be the first hurdle you have to clear, right? Doesn't make a lot of sense to say, well, I couldn't get this small group of my peers to like me over the course of 12 years, but maybe globally. Mm-hmm. Maybe Japan will think I'm cool. My sister, she knows I'm not very happy with where I am, so every once in a while she'll send me articles about people who succeeded later in life, but she's starting to run out of people. Last week she sent me Vincent van Gogh. Mm-hmm. He didn't make it until he killed himself. I don't know, your dreams change. Like when I was in my teens, I thought I'm going to be a movie star. In my 20s, I was like, fine, TV star. But now I just want to one day watch porn without wearing headphones. Or just have enough space that I can jerk off without elbowing my roommate. That's just it. I live with my former best friend, and at this point I'm just mad that she exists. When you get there, you're like, really, with the being home? Oh, you're showering again? You showered just? I need to floss now.
Right.
I can't kick her out because it's her place and she's my mom. So she's really trying to help me, though. So my mom, she dated this guy in high school who now owns a big talent agency. And she's always nagging me, like, you got to call him up, tell him you're my son. So I finally did. I called this guy up. I was like, hi, my name's Gianmarco. I'm an actor. I'm a comedian. My mom once gave you a hand job in high school. And I'm looking for representation. Mom says hi. And he's my agent now. And no, but get this. According to him, my mom and I give very similar hand jobs.
Okay.
All right, that's me. How's that? That's good.
That is crazy. Okay, so look. So now Tracy Morgan. What's going on with Tracy Morgan?
Okay, so I'm on. It's not a waiter actually. I play bored hipster. Then they gave me I think my name's Craig on it. So it's the first episode of his new TBS sitcom. It's called The Last OG. I think Tiffany's in it. Tiffany Haddish and Cedric the Entertainer.
Okay, cool.
And it's a show about he's been in prison for like decades and he's coming back to Brooklyn. And he's like, what happened to Brooklyn? That's basically kind of the premise of the show. It's him readjusting to Brooklyn. And I'm like the hipster that walks past him and he just gives me a look like, who the fuck are you? And yeah, it's going to be really good. I think it's on the 4th. Okay. It's when it premieres, 2 episodes.
On TBS?
TBS, I think 10. Maybe they'll bring me back. We'll see.
If you're nice enough.
Bored
on
hipster.
set,
Yeah, they can always use a bored hipster. But all I know is like it was surreal because they have a stand-in for Tracy Morgan because he's got shit to do. So like I rehearsed with the stand-in, and then the first time I'm ever meeting Tracy Morgan is when we're doing the scene, and like I have to give him this look. I'm giving him this look like, what are you doing here? And it's the first time I've ever seen this man in the flesh, this guy I watched as a kid. And that's the thing. I'm sure you've met like celebrities. It's not even starstruck. It's just like you've only seen them in 2 dimensions. And then they're 3. You just want to kind of walk around them and be like, oh, my God. Maybe touch their face. Are you real? And I didn't do that. But we only did 3 takes. It was so quick. But then Tracy Morgan looked at me and like, gave me a thumbs up. And I was like, yeah, that's all I needed. That's all I needed. I feel good.
Cool. All right. Well, let everybody know where they can find you, social media, all that.
Yeah, so I'm online, all the social medias. It's just at Gianmarco Soresi, and that's spelled GIANMARCO SORESI. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
You gotta go one more time.
Thank you. GIANMARCO SORESI.
All
And if
righty.
you're still confused, I think I tagged him in a post recently.
Yeah. Follow me. Lots of shows. Sundays every Sunday at 8. I got a new one Fridays at 10 at the Pit Attic, which is an attic that they've turned into a theater.
Oh, no.
Next is going to be the Pit Bathroom Stall. We're working every space at this venue. And yeah, lots of shows pretty much every night.
You a busy man. All right, everybody, this is your guy, the comedian guy, Mr. Gianmarco Soresi.
Yeah, nailed it.
Definitely be sure to follow him. We got so much more to come. We have another great interview coming up, so stick around for that. Right now, we are keeping it real hot and fresh. We're going to get back into some tunes with DJ Super D. Don't go anywhere. RHF Radio is the station you're listening to, and you're keeping it real hot and fresh with Z-Fly and the rest of the crew, Miss Peaches, J-So, and Jay-Z. That's right. Right now, we're about to get drunk. Drunk off the juice with Miss Jay-Z. What you got?
Well, I got a lot of stuff. Do you want... oh, yeah, sorry. Sorry, everybody. This week's Drunk Off the Juice is what I'm going to call the no-duh edition. So here's a quick rundown of some stories that shouldn't surprise anyone who follows trashy news. First of all, Azalea Banks is facing jail time for failure to complete anger management. She was arrested in 2015 for biting a security guard's breast. Her apparently amazing lawyers got her sentence reduced to 6 hours of anger management. However, Azalea, being who she is, couldn't manage to complete all 6 and only did 4. So now the judge has given her to April 3rd to complete the final 2 hours. Wonder if she'll find time in her busy shit-stirring schedule to take care of it. Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kenya Moore is now claiming that she is pregnant. Her castmates and I collectively rolled our eyes at this news. I'm actually a Kenya fan, but it's not because she's an honest, forthright person, but because she's a chronic we can hear you on the phone, honey.
Yeah. Hold on
I like Kenya. She pushes buttons. She's holding on to that peach. Anyway, the last no-duh is that Fox News anchor Shep Smith is gay. Not to be rude, but I'm going to be. Anyone who has even so much seen a clip of his show or seen him out at Bathtub Gin on 14th or 16th Street could have figured this one out. To be fair, Shep didn't consider himself in the closet and only commented on his sexual orientation in response to a question about his relationship status in Time magazine. And that's all the unsurprising news I have for you today. Azalea Banks, stirring shit up. Kenya Moore, stirring shit up. Shep Smith, gay.
Alrighty then. Are y'all drunk off the juice off that? All right, that's your drunk off the juice this week by your girl Jay-Z. All right, everybody. So tonight we are going to keep this thing moving. Have another great interview tonight. We are going to be talking to Monica L. Williams. Now, she is a curator, she's a cultural producer, and she's also a theater director who has a play called The Love Hustle. She's going to tell us more about that. Let's see, can we get Monica on the... Monica, are you there?
I'm here.
Hey, Miss Monica, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Doing very well. Thank you so much for keeping it real hot and fresh with us tonight. So now we definitely want to know about what's going on with this performance you got going on. It's coming up in Harlem. But first of all, let everybody know a little bit about what you do, what you've done, and where you're going.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, I love that. I'm starting with what I'm doing. Right now I'm creating 13 pieces about artist life. Focusing on how we balance the work and how we balance making good work while also pursuing our dreams in other areas of our life. For instance, how do you get that gig you've always wanted, but also take care of your aging parents, pay for some health insurance, afford the rent. So the pieces are called installations because they are small, sort of intimate views into someone's life experience, or in this case, the artist is subject and object at the same time. And the pieces, hopefully all of 13 of the pieces, will premiere in repertoire in 2020. And currently, Radical Love Hustle is installation number 7. And I'll tell you about that in a few. So my background is in theater. I call myself a conceptual artist now because I spend a lot of time cultivating ideas and bringing really dope people together to make sure that those ideas happen well. I'm focused. I'm really interested in the African diasporic experience, the global African diasporic experience, and what that means today versus any other time. So.
Okay, sounds good. Also, just to let you know, too, we also have host Peaches and J-So here as well.
What's up, Monica?
Hey, guys.
Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
Nice to meet you. I'm great.
So, I wanted to know, basically, you just said that you work with different type of artists. So, what kind of artists are you, currently working with right now?
Well, It's writers, poets, um, filmmakers. I have a reggae artist from Uganda that I'm working with. It's really amazing. A hip hop artist and a hip hop MC. One of the soundscapes is one of the installations is a soundscape between two couples. They're both DJs, and the whole experience is as if you're going to go to a concert, because the audience is part of the experience because you're dancing while you're listening to their soundscape, and their conversation reflects their many years of talking back and forth via the ones and the twos while they were traveling abroad. So it's a really interesting way to look at Black love, and to sort of take the veil off, but also take it outside the box.
Okay, that sounds like it's actually going to be a dope experience. Also, what I wanted to know, like, can you tell us the name of the play again?
So it's actually you know what, I'm calling it an experience. It's a film.
Okay, experience. So tell us the name of that again.
That's
better. That sounds way better to experience.
It's a 10 minutes experience, and this is called Radical Love Hustle in the Time of Revolution. And it centers on 7 artists of color who are grappling with making new work, making really good new work, while dealing with the block being hot. Every day there's like something new on the news, somebody else gets shot.
Yeah, definitely.
45 is doing something, that even though we all say, of course he would do, we're not surprised. It's still frightening. So, so we just look at that, what that work experience is like. It's not like we're getting out of our beds, going to our cars, and going to sit in the office. We actually, have to make from very deep and personal places, and artists often have to produce no matter what our physical, mental, and emotional conditions are. And so the film just takes a personal look at how artists of color make during this time, how we take up space in the world, and what does radical self-care look like.
So this show is part of the High Arts Critical Break series. What is Critical Breaks?
What is Critical Break?
Yes.
I can give you their definition of it, but I like my definition better. As I think when you're making work, sometimes you just need that one moment, whether it's a week or 10 days or 2 weeks, but you need a moment to focus on a specific thing in your art making practice. So for me, I just wanted to be able to gather actors together and create some content. So we did all of our shooting in the past 50 hours.
Okay.
And,
wow.
And they Critical Break.
Okay.
Right. Critical Breaks actually helped. The Critical Break series helped us have a dedicated space. They gave us some financial resources and some support around how to actually make my vision happen.
Now, go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Well, no, I was just going to say, speaking of support, I do see that the High Arts, is part of the Critical Break series. So why is it so important to actually support institutions like High Arts?
Yeah, so High Arts has been around for a while. It was originally the Hip Hop Theater Festival, and for me, I was always really charged about not just the fact that it was hip hop, but it was ran by people of color, and that's still the case. And I think that that's the number one reason why we should support culturally specific cultural institutions that are run by people of color. It's the only way they're going to continue to be around and exist is if we continue to support. And I think the question is, how do you support, right? I think each institution is different. I think definitely artists who have gotten, advancement in their career through these organizations, we owe it to these organizations to stick around and make sure that as we go up, they go up too. And if you can't physically show up, you should, be a donor. You should help in the curation process. You should find something to do that makes sure that these organizations can sustain themselves so that they can help artists like us continue to sustain our careers and grow our careers.
Okay, well, speaking of showing up, what can we expect on Monday, and where do people buy tickets for this?
Yeah, well, I have to say, I just figured out what we're going to expect on Monday.
Surprise, surprise.
Which is the beauty of the Critical Break series. It's really about you making the work, not necessarily presenting the work. And so I'm going to extend the making process, and there are a couple of questions that we're grappling with. One of the questions is, what does radical self-care look like as opposed to self-care? What does it mean to be radical in your self-care? And so we're going to show a couple of snippets of the film as a work in progress, very raw, uncut. No one has seen it yet. We've only really seen it once. But, it's just like, we're just going to show you exactly what we're working with and what we're sitting with around how radical self-care shows up on the bodies of Black actors and Black performers. So I'm interested in audience members who are creatives, who are artists, and who would also like to participate in the conversation, because we're actually literally staging it so that everyone can participate in the conversation.
Okay.
We're going to talk. We're going to be in dialogue with the cast and the crew, and me, and Dr. Byron Young, who's a fabulous clinical psychologist, is going to facilitate that conversation. And then I'm going to lead the audience through a couple of exercises that we did to help us understand our answers, our personal answers to this question of radical self-care.
Can you tell us, like, one of the exercises that you will be doing with the participants?
Yeah, it's harder to explain. It's something that you actually do, but in that sense, it is we're dealing with 4 movements, and we just sort of try to isolate our creativity in our body as opposed to thinking about it in our mind. And so instead of trying to understand what radical is by definitions with words, we try to describe it with our bodies. And so it'll be one of the exercises, really simple. It could be, don't hold me to this, I may change my mind, but it could be us just sitting in the chair and we're just isolating our hands, and we move our hands in a way that we think is radical.
Cool. Radical Love Hustle in the Time of Revolution, March 19th at 7 p.m. I think me and Jason, we plan to go, right?
Yeah, definitely. I'm in the area.
I'll be working.
Well, I can't wait to see your radical love hustle.
That's what's up. So once again, let everybody know how they can buy tickets once more.
Yeah, you can buy tickets online at High Arts website. I think it's highartsnyc.org. And you just look for Radical Love Hustle in the Time of Revolution. You can also check out the hashtag Love Hustle, and there you can find all of the information about the whole Love Hustle series, and get on our mailing list, go to our website, and be kept up to date like that.
That's what's up, everybody. This is curator, cultural producer, and theater director, Miss Monica L. Williams, talking about that Love Hustle. Y'all definitely be sure to go out there, support, go out there, see the show. It's going to be great. Once again, it's at 7 p.m. Monica, I'll see you tomorrow.
And we thank you for being a
Cannot wait.
guest.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much for having me.
No problem.
CTF Radio.
There you go. All right, everybody, definitely stick around because we got your boy Jay, so he got a hip hop spot for you. So y'all definitely want to stick around for that. I'm your boy Z Fly, and you're keeping it real hot and fresh. You're keeping it real hot and fresh. I'm your guy Z Fly. Right now, this is your boy J So with your hip hop spot.
What's up, everybody? This your boy Jay. So we are now in the hip hop spot. So it was something that I was reading online. It was talking about like Dave Chappelle and his cousin, one of his cousins. She was basically saying that how she feels like he's a clone because since he came back, he doesn't supposedly know any of the family. Like they grew up together, he doesn't recognize her and things like this. And it's like,
because they want his money.
but my thing is this clone thing. I don't think that's fake.
Wait.
Really?
Wait.
I dead ass don't think
Does
that's
she
fake.
legit think, is she calling him out, or does she think he's an actual clone?
I think she think that he's actually a clone. But like these things,
You know what?
I feel like these things exist. See, that's the thing. That's the problem. You say you know what, and this shit could possibly be real. This could really be a fake man walking around. And y'all sitting here bowing your heads like this is not possible. There's documents.
Well, I know that like they are trying to clone people, but have they got that far advanced?
Yes, the government has done a lot of these tests. Didn't they just?
They did the
from
goats,
ahead?
right?
They cloned Dolly the sheep, but the issue is that
If they did a sheep, they did human.
Even if you clone someone, he still has to grow. You don't it's not like the future in that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where there were like 8 different kinds of him. It's like you still have to age up to however old Dave Chappelle is. There's no.
How long was Dave Chappelle in Africa for? What are you shitting me?
He was there for a
I saw
year.
these
He's like 40 something years old. Africa doesn't have a different time.
Nah, but they
line.
exactly. But we got computers.
Okay.
We got computers. We definitely got computers. But that's basically what I wanted to talk about because a lot of people don't be taking this clone shit serious, and I really think that this is a serious topic that a lot of us should pay attention to because it's something that I looked up on. It's happening.
I think that's true.
It's really happening.
You don't think so, Peaches?
How they cloning people? Come on.
What are you dead ass?
The conspiracy.
It's not a
theory is
conspiracy.
not
That's why it's called a conspiracy because it's probably the truth.
No. Well, then they need to clone me.
I'm dead.
They need to clone me.
Yeah, because you won't miss no more shows on that.
Oh,
You feel me?
You hear that? Oh, did he ain't trying to call it. Yeah, did he?
But basically, that's what I wanted to talk about
I
this
gotta
week.
make that shmoney.
Money.
Everybody who know me know Peaches about her dollar.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. But yeah, that's basically what I have for the hip hop spot this week.
Okay, that's what's up. Okay, so everybody, that's interesting. Cloning of the. I heard of the. What was it? It was a goat, right, or something, a cow. Yeah,
They
sheep.
just did a human head transplant.
Oh no.
Did it take?
Yes, and it took for a little while. Yes, it definitely did.
For a little while.
For a little
But
while.
we're talking about cloning.
I
They
can't.
have these what basically what Alexa is.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they have the human like ones that really sit there and talk to you, full blown conversation.
Crazy.
You're talking about like AI robots.
Yes, the AI robots.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, that's it.
Need I say more?
Okay, so
Need I say more? That's
we'll
real.
talk about this a little bit later. Y'all let us know what you think about this clone situation. But we definitely want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Thank you so much for all of your Facebook Live comments and views. We want to thank our special guest tonight, Gianmarco Cerisi and Monica L. Williams. Thank you so much for keeping it real hot and fresh with us. We thank you so much. Be sure to tune in next week. We'll probably be back to some great topics. We got Mr. Peaches back. We don't have Bobby D'Amato tonight, but we should have him back as well. So we should have the whole crew next week. So definitely tune in. Also, always be sure to check out our YouTube page. So if you don't see us live in action, you can always go back to our YouTube page /Real Hot Fresh to hear what the show is about. So definitely tune in to the real.
We always got some shit to talk about.
We always got something to talk about. Always talk about us something. But as y'all know, that's how we do an hour. But we can't conclude an hour without our girl, Miss Peachy. That's Spicy Peach with these 10 ways you know you ghetto, girl.
She's
What you
back.
got?
Your girl Peaches. And today I'm going to be talking about people who are ghetto fabulous. When I went to North Carolina, there was a lot of ghetto fabulous stuff going on, and this is something that happens there.
Okay.
So the number 10 way you know you are ghetto fabulous is if you go on vacation out the country, but you don't have any extra spending money. You just have enough for your hotel and your flight, but you got $20 in your pocket to last you 7 days.
What is you doing, sis?
They just wanted to get out of town. I'm out of town. I can't do nothing. I can't see nothing, but I'm out of town.
You ain't got no business.
They ain't tripping. They ain't tripping how I'm tripping.
Yeah.
Right.
You have no business going nowhere. You are ghetto.
At all. $20?
Ratchet,
What's that?
okay? The number 9 way, if the only way you can vacation anywhere is by someone else sponsoring you because you don't have your own. Homegirl, you ghetto fabulous.
Wait, what do you mean by sponsor?
You know, what are those things
Tell
called?
her. No,
Let me
tell her.
you
Tell
something.
her.
If you got to be getting licked and sticked to get out the go on vacation, yeah.
It's a
The
joyride
legs gotta
more than a
spread,
trip.
Or even for men, there's some men who are straight bums. Okay,
Yeah.
you ghetto fabulous.
my
Okay,
God.
you're going off on somebody else.
She always start with the men, but go ahead.
Number 8, if you find yourself at All-Star Weekend, Memorial Day weekend in Miami, CIAA, any kind of hot vacation, but all your bills are past due at home, you're ghetto fabulous.
Get it
But I'm having fun, though. You know.
Having fun,
I'm
but
lit,
guess
though.
what? You're going to be evicted when you get home.
No, well,
I'm
I'm
lit, though.
going to stay with you.
You ain't in my house.
But I was lit though.
You ain't staying with me.
Gotta take the pictures for the memories.
Right.
Number 7, I don't care who I offend with this one. I see this a lot.
Uh-oh.
If you and your boys are popping bottles in the club, and it's more than 3, uno, dos, tres, okay, 3 of y'all on that one bottle, I'm sorry, you are ghetto fabulous, okay?
That's a dub.
You don't have no reason popping no bottles if y'all can't at least 2, 3 max to a bottle. Once you get 4 and better, you trying to get all your homeboys in, you're ghetto fabulous.
Yeah, it's quiet
Don't
for all
do
that.
it.
Right.
Do not do it.
Don't do it.
Okay, let me tell you, me and my girl showed out. Our section had like 8 people. Every other section, 50 niggas over there, 40 niggas over there. Like, come on.
Y'all showed out.
Yeah, showed out. We showed out. We
I did
showed
that.
out, okay?
Yeah, I saw your Instagram.
Okay? Number 6, if you dress fresher than fresh with a nice style chain, but your living room furniture consists of a bunch of crates and damaged dining room chairs.
Welcome to the trap house.
Yeah. You ghetto fabulous. I'm sorry. You
Oh
ghetto
my
fabulous.
God.
Welcome to the trap.
The trap.
But now, while we're speaking about houses, number 5.
Oh man.
If you do have a nicely furnished apartment, but it all comes from Rent-A-Center and can get repoed at any time.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Yeah, she did that.
That's a horrible way to
But it's
live.
mad funny because
might
there's
be a
people at
little
home with their
Yeah.
bag right now.
They are never comfortable. They're like, okay, hold on a second.
You might be a
Is
little.
this today? Is this today?
Rent-A-Center calling me. I ain't picking that shit up.
Right.
Now, number 4, this is going to offend a lot of men, but y'all know I'm the man eater, so I don't care. If you dress fresher than fresh with an iced out chain. Oh, wait, I did that one. Number 4. If you have a rimmed up, tricked out foreign car, but you still have a curfew because you live at your mother's house.
What? How
If you could afford a car note and gas, why you can't afford rent?
Where they do that
Why
at?
you can't afford rent? Sorry, you ghetto fabulous.
She the man eater, y'all.
Yeah.
Women do it too, though. Women do it too.
True.
Women do it too.
Here we go. Here we go.
If you own, number 3, if you own every single designer label, Gucci, Louis, Chanel, everything, but you're still living in the projects with $200 rent, you're ghetto fabulous.
Yeah,
I'm
facts.
sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Facts.
Get
I'm
up out
dead.
the- Get up out the PJ.
Save that money and put it towards something positive.
There you go.
Now, speaking of designer stuff, if over 50% of the items in your house, whether it be clothing, electronics, or accessories, are stolen goods, they come from your scammer connect,
Ooh.
guess what?
What?
Yeah, ghetto fabulous, okay? You ain't work hard for that stuff. Susan Peters and John Wellington did, okay?
She said stolen goods. Heard you.
Okay, so sorry,
Heard
you're ghetto
you.
fabulous. And the number 1 way you might be ghetto fabulous.
Tell us.
If you have every single pair of Jordans released, but your mattress is just calmly chilling in the corner on the floor without a bed frame.
Oh, we.
Yeah, ghetto fabulous. Sorry.
Get
Oh
your
my God.
priorities in order.
Thank you.
Get your
Priorities.
life.
Exactly.
Get your life.
Everybody, y'all see she's back.
That's
All right, y'all.
Follow me on Instagram, Peachy Suze, Peachyiesuze. Peachy Suze, follow me. Hilaire.
There you go. And definitely be sure to follow our Instagram and Twitter show page at FLY_ENT2012. We are the RHF Crew. We keep it real hot and fresh every Sunday. Your boy,
Whoa.
that's that. Your boy J-So, Jay-Z, Peaches, Z-Fly, and of course Bobby the model will be here next.